Ben starts putting baby girl in a car seat and Tracy notices it's a different car seat than what he has been using. It appears to be an infant-only car seat and is not safe for baby girl to be in. Hey, what car seat is that? Where is the one you usually use? That's none of your business. Well, actually, it is because that car seat is way too small for her. It's not safe. She'll be fine. You need to figure something out, or I will call the police. It's against the law for her to not be in an appropriate car seat. Fine, let me borrow yours then. How do I know you'll give it back? I don't need a car seat, I have one. I just don't have it with me now. Can you just, for once, help me here? Or you'll just have to drive her to my house. Fine, I'm late for work, but I expect it to be at daycare with her on Tuesday for when I pick her up. If I don't get it back, I will be sending you an invoice for a new car seat. Whatever. Ben once again does not take baby girl to daycare. He did give back the car seat that night when she picked baby girl up. Tracy ends up losing her voucher and begs for another chance. With a doctor's note for the time she had a fever, she was able to get a few days excused and got her voucher reinstated, but was put on probation. She is nervous that she will lose it again with Ben refusing to take baby girl to daycare on his days, so she files for an emergency custody hearing to change the custody agreement to 80/20ths. The next drop-off. Tracy is at the location at 8:45 a.m. but hasn't heard from Ben. She tries calling him, but the number is disconnected. This is now the 5th number he has had in the last 3 months that has been disconnected. Tracy tried to message Ben on Facebook. Hey Ben, just trying to get a hold of you again. It's now 9 a.m. I'm supposed to be at work already and you're still not here. Please call me back. Tracy tried calling Ben a few times through Messenger. It's now 9:30 a.m. and she is just about to leave when he finally calls her back. I was about to call my mom and ask her to watch baby girl today. I'm very late for work. Where are you? I'll be there soon. If you're not here in the next 5 minutes, I'm leaving. If you leave, I'll call the police on you and tell them you're violating our custody order. I'm the one that's here on time. If anything, you're already violating it being so late. You're such a beach. You better be there when I pull up. Then finally comes walking up at 9:45 a.m. Where is your car? I parked on the other side of the parking lot. I don't need you snooping in my car anymore. So then can I assume you again don't have an appropriate car seat? I really don't have to answer any of your questions. Give me baby girl. No, I don't even care if I will be even more late to work. I'm calling the police. If you don't want to let me see that you have a proper car seat, that's fine. You can just show it to them. I'm not playing your stupid games, Tracy. This isn't a game. This is our daughter's safety. Fine, whatever. I hope they fine you for wasting their time. Two police officers come out and inspect Ben's car and car seat. Ma'am, we checked his car and he does have a properly installed car seat for the toddler. Officers, thank you so much for coming out. I am so sorry that she wasted your time. We don't ever want anyone to feel discouraged from calling us if you have a valid reason or concern. We're just here to help and do her job. Thank you, officers. I really appreciate it. The officers leave and Ben turns around to leave with baby girl. Hey, wait, your number was disconnected again. How am I supposed to get in touch with you? You're not. Ben, you can't just not give me your number. Our parenting plan also states that we have to have a way to communicate. Well, lucky you, I have your number. Ben leaves without giving Tracy his new number. Ben takes baby girl to daycare on Monday, but does not take her on Tuesday, which is where Tracy is supposed to pick her up from. She goes to his house, or at least where she thought he was staying, and finds the place vacant. Tracy tries his last known number and it is still disconnected. She tries to message him on Facebook again. Ben, where are you? I'm trying to pick baby girl up. You didn't take her to daycare and your place is completely empty. I am very worried. Please get back to me ASAP. How am I supposed to know where to pick her up from if I can't call you and you ignore my messages? I guess you won't get her back. I'll tell you what, you can get her back if you figure out my new number. I'm giving you 10 minutes to call me and tell me where to pick up my child, or I'm calling. Ben blocks Tracy on Messenger. He finally calls her from his new number 10 minutes later as Tracy is already dialing 911. Hello? I just got to my mom's house with baby girl. You can come get her from here. Ben, what the actual FUK is wrong with you? I'm not in the mood. Just come get her. When Tracy arrives to Ben's mom's house, she is with baby girl, and Ben is nowhere to be found. Ben's mom rushes Tracy and baby girl out of her house and practically slams the door on them. Custody hearing. Good morning. We are here for an emergency custody change filed by Tracy. So we were here back in February when I signed off on the parenting agreement that you both came up with and agreed to. Now, 3 months later, we are back. When a custody change is filed, let me just say that I am legally required to only look at what has happened since the parenting agreement went into effect. And then I must look at what has changed since then that would require this court to intervene and change the plan that you both came up with and agreed to. Tracy, since you are the one that filed, I'll go ahead and start with you. What would you like to add to your motion or let the court know? I really thought that we would be able to co-parent, and while it was fine for the first few weeks, I quickly realized this won't work. He cannot communicate with me appropriately, and I am worried about my daughter. Have there been specific issues that occurred with your daughter that explains you were concerned for her safety? Yes, several things. For starters, he showed up to pick her up without an appropriate car seat. He is also consistently at least a half hour late to pick up every week, which then makes me at least a half hour late to work every week. Does he have a proper car seat now? I actually had to call the police to have them verify this with me since he started to park very far away from me. They did confirm that he does have a proper car seat installed for her. Okay, good. Is there anything else you would like the court to know? Yes, he has also threatened me that if I can't get a hold of him, I won't get baby girl back. But my number has never changed. He has gone through at least a dozen numbers in the past 6 months. I never know how to contact him, and he continuously gives me wrong numbers, disconnected numbers, or just straight up refuses to give me his new number. Okay, sir, I'm going to give you a chance to respond. No, she sounds very stupid to me. The only reason why she's doing this and why she filed this is because she can't control me anymore. She can't use my daughter as a pawn in her little games anymore to make me do things. Okay, let me just take a minute to explain something again and maybe more clearly. Since this was filed as a custody change, I am only able to look at things that have happened since the parenting agreement was signed and entered in February. I of course had concerns prior to that, but due process says I can only base my ruling on if anything serious happened between then and now. And it has to be enough for me to grant you the 80/20ths you are asking for. So right now I'm hearing there was a car seat incident, but you have confirmed he has since gotten a proper car seat. Are there any other major issues I am missing from February to today? Yes, there is also a big issue with daycare. I'm asking for 80/20ths because I need to make sure she goes to daycare. I'm not trying to take her away from him, but he's not taking her on the days he has her. Okay, so daycare was a big discussion, and I know per the parenting plan it was decided that the cost of daycare would be split 50/50ths. Now this parenting plan is final. It was court-ordered for her to attend that daycare. Sir, I know in your response to the motion you said something about a different daycare. Yeah, I want her to go to a different daycare. No one has any veto power here. What the court order and parenting place say is what goes. And as far as I see, nothing has changed since this plan was instated that would make me say that Ben is no longer required to pay for half or that baby girl can no longer attend this daycare. Okay, well, I'm also requesting for her to submit to a Dr. OG test. Why do you feel she needs to take one? Because I know she is on Dr. Zero G's. Okay, do you have any proof of this? Nothing that I can show you today. Well, normally you would be required to pay for it if you are asking for it, and without proof she would have to agree. That's fine. I'll pay for hers and I'll even take one myself and pay for that too. I really don't understand where this is coming from. I have never been on Dr. Zero G's. My job has random screenings and I have never failed one. Well, I feel like if she isn't on Dr. Zero G's, she should have no problem taking one. Ma'am, do you have a problem taking one if he pays for it? No, he has no proof and I'm not giving him that kind of power over me. See, she is refusing. I wonder why. Okay, that's enough. Let's get back to the daycare issue. So he's not paying for it and he's not taking her. Correct. He's supposed to take her Monday and Tuesday every week and then I pick her up on Tuesdays, but he never takes her. Sir, can you please explain this further? Well, when she's with me, she's with me. I don't need someone else to watch my daughter because I'm home and can watch her myself. Why do I need to take her there when she should just be spending more time with me? Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that the parenting plan that you signed off on says that you are required for half of the cost. Well, when she asks me for the money, I send it to her, but bottom line is she needs her to go to daycare. I do not. And if she doesn't go for full days a week, I will lose the voucher and we will be required to pay $950 a month, which he won't be able to afford half of because he doesn't have a job and doesn't have an income. So the cost is $950 a month, but you have a voucher. Is it through your work? Yes, and it takes the cost all the way down to $100 a month. So you are both only paying $50 a month for daycare. Well, technically yes, but in reality I'm paying $100 a month because he won't pay his half. Sir, I'll be honest. That's a very good deal. Your daughter needs to attend the daycare you both agreed on. And I'll add that she also needs to attend at least 4 days a week so that you guys don't lose that voucher. So I have to take her to daycare on the days that I have her. Well, if they consider full-time 4 days, then with your schedule you'll have to take her at least one of the days, yes. Okay, but she takes her because she can't watch her. Yes, because I have a job. So I have to let someone else watch her on my own days when I'm home. Sir, where do you work? I don't have a job. Why not? I'm looking for one. How long have you been unemployed? A few months. I have a record, so it's not that easy. More like a few years.